Hey everybody, my name's Spoonie. I'm back with another haul. I've actually, my health has gone to shit over the last 2 months or so, I have been, picking up some stuff from the dollar store. I just haven't really had a chance or the health really to make more videos. But I figure I better get back on that horse because I've got quite a few stuff I've picked up, so I'll be dropping a bunch of these videos. Anyways, start off with, we've got Convergence Flashpoint, Book 2. Now this is from I think it was 2015 DC Convergence event. I think it was just something they did while they were moving from the East Coast to the West Coast. And as I understand it, it's sort of the first hints that 52 is breaking apart, because this was, I think Brainiac was stealing cities from different realities or different multiverses or whatever, and bringing them in. I guess like a Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars kind of thing, or just combine them all into one. But so we get to see here stories from pre-Flashpoint. So you've got, at that point, Wally West had the kids with Iris, Jay, and I forget their name, the girl's name. So you can see there's some Flash stuff. Actually, this does look like Flashpoint because of the Wonder Woman and Aquaman there. Here we've got some Convergence Titans. Art's passable for most of this. Ooh. Harley Quinn meets the Zoo Crew. That could be cool. Next up, we have Convergence Crisis Book 2. Now this would be, as I understand it, everything after Crisis on Infinite Earths, because you can see we've got the 80s era New Teen Titans. Let's see inside what we got. Looks like some Swamp Thing from the 80s. Batman Red Rain. That's Ralph and Sue, I believe. Yeah, we're going Detroit era Justice League, if I can get that page back. Oops. Yes, you got the Detroit era league there with, is it Steel or Commander Steel? Gypsy, Vibe. God, I don't remember who that was. Martian Manhunter and Aquaman were probably the biggest names on the team at the time. In my final of the sort of Convergence tie-in books, I've got Convergence Infinite Earths Book 2. I believe this is covering sort of stories prior to Crisis on Infinite Earths. Yeah, you see you've got a story here with some of the Charlton characters. You've got, Captain Atom and Blue Beetle there. The Question's in here somewhere. Yeah, Legion of Superheroes. Booster Gold. Looks like the original Crime Syndicate there with the kind of OG Owlman and Johnny Quick. I don't know if that's Dark Angel. So yeah, I do have the Convergence trade on order. So once I get that and read through it, then I'll read these tie-ins. Next up, Crisis on Multiple Earths, the Team-Ups, Volume 2. Now, I love this stuff. I actually have all the previous volumes that I paid cover price for because I love the JSA more than Justice League. And I loved these old kind of, they had an annual tie-up or tie-in where they would meet up once a year. The dimensional barrier was thin or something, and they'd have adventures. And that's where you got stuff like they go to Earth X with the Nazis and all that different sort of comic-y goodness. Now this is Volume 2 of the team-ups. This and Volume 1 were more just single-issue stories where characters would meet each other, like the Flash would meet the Golden Age Flash, or Green Lantern meets Golden Age Green Lantern, and so on. I think you can see you got Atom here, and then Atom Smasher. And, you know, the art and the storytelling is kind of very much of its time. But that said, it's actually a really enjoyable read. It's just, they're just fun comics. Like, if you just want to see some good guys fighting bad guys and some entertaining stories and some pretty cool art, You could do worse than this. Now, like I said, I pay cover price for these for the rest of them, like the on Crisis on Multiple Earths. But you can see I got this one for $4. So this is probably one of the best things I've found because, like I said, I'd be paying cover price for this anyways. Next up, we've got some more kind of multiverse thing, Earth 2 from DC's New 52. I haven't read this one yet, written by James Robinson. I loved him when he was doing Starman and that initial run of JSA with Jeff Johns. But his stuff lately has not been great. I heard that for some reason he left this series after a certain amount of issues, sorry. I don't know what the situation was there. I have flipped through this a little bit. I think it's a cool sort of counterpoint to the first Justice League New 52 story, because in that one, Darkseid invades and the Justice League forms and they beat him. But in this one, Steppenwolf invades and he basically slaughters the Justice League, like Superman and Wonder Woman and all that. So that's kind of where the JSA characters start coming in, like Green Lantern and the Flash, because new heroes need to rise up and fight them. Nicola Scott is the artist on this. You know, she's good. I've been following her kind of since some of the Wildstorm stuff she did, and it looks really cool. I don't know much about it. I don't care if Green Lantern is gay. I don't care about any of that stuff. Okay, next up we have, in the same series, Earth 2 New 52, but this is Volume 5, The Kryptonian. Now, this is the one where you're getting sort of the Black Superman, the one I assume they would have made the movie off of, Val Zod. So in the Earth 2 universe, I guess the Zod family was good, and the Descendant, he's basically the new kind of Superman. There is another Superman in this that he's fighting. They think, oh, maybe Superman wasn't killed by Steppenwolf and he's been revived, but spoilers, it's the Earth 2 version of Bizarro. Okay, and then I've got New 52 Stormwatch, Volume 2, Enemies of Earth. Have not read this one yet, by Peter Milligan and Miguel Sepulveda doing the art. Stormwatch and The Authority were some of my favorite titles at Wildstorm when it was a separate imprint. I did read Volume 1 of Stormwatch. I was not too thrilled with it. But as I understand, it did kind of have a tie-in with that the Dark Knights with the demon and stuff like that. I didn't read much of that. But no, I've been kind of disappointed by at least the early way that New 52 is incorporating the Wildstorm stuff. So I don't have much high hopes for this, but you know, we'll take a look. Okay, and then for my last sort of DC novel in this haul, we've got Before Watchmen. It's got the Ozymandias and Crimson Corsair story. You can see writer is Len Wein, and you've got Jay Lee, John Higgins, Steve Rude doing the art, and there's some fantastic names there. Now this is $35 Canadian, so I got a good deal, $4. I don't have any hope for this. I really felt like it was in poor taste to just start milking the hell out of the Watchmen franchise. I've heard that the HBO show is actually decent, so I mean, if anybody's seen it, let me know. But yeah, it seems like it was just a cash grab. But I haven't read DC Rebirth. I know that Watchmen kind of start crossing over in DC proper, so maybe that will make this a little more acceptable in my eyes. Okay, and now we get into some of the Marvel books I pick up. You won't see very many Marvel books on these hauls just because I don't like Marvel post-2015. Secret Wars, Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars, the years of his storylines leading up to that. An amazing story. It truly is. All the Avengers, the Incursion stuff. Like I go back and I reread that probably once a year just because it's such a cool story. So there were some interesting tie-ins when, you know, sort of Doctor Doom gained the ultimate power and he kind of mashed everything together into one world. Some of the tie-ins were good. This one was not. Armor Wars with James Robinson writing, and this is not a good example of his writing. Basically, the plot is it's sort of armor world, and Spider-Man is killed, and they got to figure out, oh, it's a conspiracy behind it, who did it, and then you find out it was Iron Man, because basically it's a world where there's this virus, and it's killing people, and the only way they can live is to buy these Iron Man suits. Well, it turns out his dad released the virus so that it could get rich, so it really is kind of story by numbers. The art is nothing special. The art is actually not that great. There's some parts here where it's not interesting, dynamic storytelling. Now the first one you can see, it started with a 1/2, and the art here is by what's his name? Mark Bagley. And the art is quite good. Like, you can get a hint of the story here without actually having to read the dialogue. You can just sort of follow the panels, and the body language and the action, everything tells you kind of what you need to know, more or less. But the rest of it, it's just like, it's people talking, and it's dense and not in a good way. And I have another Secret War tie-in, Battle World, The Ultimate End. The only reason I got this is because it is kind of like the last Ultimate story. I did like the Ultimates. I used to be a huge Ultimate Fantastic Four fan up until that. What was that thing they did? It was not Decimation. The one where the Blob killed the Wasp and everything went to shit. Like, it was just, it was terrible. I understand that Jeff Loeb was going through a rough time. He just lost his son, but he really, that book was such a downer, man. Like, it killed all interest in that whole spin-off universe for me. I picked this up just to kind of get some closure on it, because it is Brian Michael Bendis writing and Mark Bagley doing the art, and they kind of created the universe with Ultimate Spidey, so, you know, I'll see how it goes. Next up, another Marvel book, New Avengers by Al Ewing. I really loved his work prior to Secret War, when he was doing like Mighty Avengers and stuff. I thought that was a great book. I don't remember any of the other stuff he's written, but I was a fan. I think he did the New Ultimates in the just post Secret War. I read the first arc of that, but very shortly after I dropped Marvel altogether, so I don't kind of know where that went off. Anyway, so I like the artist on here. The team's cool. I like this is picking up from where the Secret War storyline kind of went up, where Sunspot of the X-Men New Mutants actually ended up using his family fortune to buy AIM, Advanced Idea Mechanics. So it was kind of cool, the idea that they've got this supervillain organization, but it's working for the heroes, and it makes sense because they just want money. Doesn't matter who's paying them. Was it Rafael Sandoval doing the art? I like his art. It's okay. It's not like, it's kind of like a anime sort of manga-ish style. But you know what? It's competent. It tells the story, and there's some cool designs he does here. Look at that, like Cthulhu-looking thing. And then last up, we have X-Men Civil War 2 tie-in by Cullen Bunn. I love the X-Men, at least prior, or at least until after Secret War, sorry. I don't like the direction they've gone in. I did pick up the first couple trades of all the X-Men series just post Secret War, and it just didn't dig it. Now, I did find at a pawn shop, believe it or not, I found the House of X, Power of X by Hickman. And oh man, I do not like that story. I do not like the new status quo for mutants they've set up. I don't like what I'm hearing about now with the Green Team and all this. It just, I thought, you know, after Secret War, I kind of would buy Hickman, and just because he's proven track record of being able to sort of like set the groundwork to tell a larger story, but that wasn't it. Anyways, so as I understand, Civil War 2, it was an issue over, there was a mutant that could see the future or something like that, and then there was a question of whether that's appropriate. And I think Captain Marvel wanted to control the thing so they could use it to prevent future crime. And I don't know who's on the other side. Iron Man, maybe? Anyways, looks kind of generic art story. I love Magneto. Looks like they probably made him a villain again. Oh yeah, this is when they had Old Man Logan join the team because I guess he was cool and they kept him around after Secret War. So yeah, another $4 book. They're all about $4. So I'm gonna wrap this up. You can expect more videos, at least another like 2 or 3. Honestly, I got quite a few books over the last couple months. So yeah, if there's anything you can recommend here to focus on reading, or any other books to keep a lookout for, maybe you've seen them at your local dollar store or other kind of thrift store, pawn store, tell me what you found, and I hope you guys have a great day.